ordered this off Amazon. It said from 1990 to 96 or 97, maybe 98. Mine's a 1990. This fits 1991 and up. 1990's different. Whoa, where's the beer? This has got smaller holes. Mine is bigger. This doesn't fit at all. So I got an idea. What's that? No, this. I think I'm going to take mine off, and I'm going to cut this out. Drill a hole in mine, and glue it in there. Maybe just cut out the center section here. Put it on the inside. I think that's what I'm going to do. Tomorrow's project. I'm going to cut this out with a die grinder. I'm going to weld it or panel bonding epoxy it to the old one. It'll work fine. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, that's it for tonight. Cheers. Here's my order, and well, I guess the total is $48.84. But here it is. This is biker starter button for selling big twins, 1990 to 06. It's supposed to be 91. I didn't know that. And sometime I ship that back and they ship me a new one, it'll be probably 5 to 6 weeks. So I'm going to modify it and make it work for now, because it's a good backup when you're on the road. If any of your switches go, the relay or starter switch or bad connection or bad ground, you can always start it with this. So let's go modify it. For broke. No turning back now. You know, if it wasn't for the COVID, I would send this back, but the time I send this back, the time I get the right one, because to me they had the wrong advertising, would be 6 weeks. 5 to 6 weeks. So I'm gonna make it work. If I'm going on this road trip, which I hope, I'm still hoping I can do it. If things don't get worse. I had a bottle of water here. Let me get my water here. This just pops out of here. You can see what I mean, eh? It doesn't fit with the old one. Dremel this side. We're getting close. Go on the outside too, because the top hole lines up. I think if I could cut this out right in on that line, it would fit right in there. Huh. As long as that fits on the inside. Look better on the inside. Oh, let me get my micrometers out and I'll measure this, make sure it's going to fit in there first. That'd be the smart thing to do, wouldn't it be? All right. Whoa. I don't always do the smartest things. Where my micrometer is. Vernier caliper. Okay. Want to make sure this is going to fit on the inside, so that is 3.4 centimeters. Where did I just put the other one? Upside down. 3.4 centimeters. Close. Might have to do a little grinding here, but I think that'll fit on the inside. I could probably put a little tack weld on it. A little bit of epoxy. Yeah, I think I'll cut this out. I'll do that next. Crazy, eh? Cut up a good part like this. Well, sometimes you gotta be a little bit crazy. Ain't nothing that a beer can't fix. Perfect timing. Don't want to start a fire in here tonight. Okay, we'll grind that up. I already got showered up. I've been working all day. Might have to have another shower. Yeah, what's up? Pull that baby down. This is where a lathe would be real nice right now. Chuck that up in a lathe. Try that. That's kind of my idea there, to get that in. It's got to go in just a little bit more. And that just goes like that. So it's not getting caught up here. It's getting caught on this nipple here. So I need to open this up a little bit more. Didn't gain nothing there. I think I really got to cut that off some more. Didn't gain nothing. So could grind that down a little bit. Don't want to. This would probably work like that. I could probably weld it in there and this would probably work, but I got to press too. I could press that in there. That's worth catching just to, I bet you if I lopped off a little bit more off of that. I'm going to cut a little bit more off of this. Nope. Close though, it's starting to come out here. That might press in there. I bet you I could press that in there now. It's starting to come through there. Maybe I'll Dremel that. I got some carbide Dremels, but I think they'll take it off too quickly. She's really close at coming through there. I'm gonna Dremel some more. She came through. See the lip here came right through. That's it. I need something flat to stick that on. I just had, oh, down here maybe. Got a good stone somewhere, brand new. It's just not, it's square like that. There you screw around with it. Okay. This is a 3M 2-part panel bonding epoxy. That's what I'm going to use. There's not any heat or pressure or nothing there, just when you initially start it. So that's not going to take too much. I got way too much mixed here, way too much. Supposed to have the panel bonding epoxy gun, which is $300. I don't have that. I got way too much mixed up here. Way too much. I'll let this sit overnight and it'll be ready to go. This is not like any other 2-part epoxy that snaps and breaks off. Not at all. That's probably all I need, that little bit I got on there right now. I'll put lots on and just wipe off the excess. Whoop, get out of there. Yeah, I got way too much on there. I'll put it on both parts. I roughed it all up on the inside here. It's roughed up on the outside of that switch. Both sides are roughed up. It's messy stuff though. Got it everywhere. I don't know how I even got it there. Do not want any of that in there. Messy stuff. You know, the only way to get this stuff off is to grind it off now. I need to be able to press this flat at the same time. That's what I need to do. Like that. And I'll probably sand this down, paint it black, and then it won't be too noticeable because anybody going by could start your bike, crank it over anyways, screw around with it. Okay, I'm going to leave that sit right like that. Tomorrow morning that'll be ready. This is just held in with an O-ring. Oh my god, that stuff gets... You got to get it wiped off right away. It gets on your clothes, throw them in the garbage. Always wear black. Black shirts. Okay. I'll probably just lightly sand it. Spray paint the thing black again, clean it up. I wasted quite a bit there. Okay, check it tomorrow morning. Sunday morning. Pretty nice day out. Okay, let's see if this dried up overnight. I always check this epoxy here. It's hard as a rock. I mean, that's hard as a rock. See, it won't even shell off of the plastic. This stuff just, it binds to anything, especially if you rough it up. I didn't even rough this up and that won't come out. So, we know this was done. There it is. Whoops, wasn't looking at the camera. So, I'll put a little paint on there. Maybe I'll keep this chrome. Just repaint this black down here, maybe. Wish I had some of that black wrinkle paint they use. I don't have any of that. Harley sells it though. You can still buy it. Okay, let me do something with that. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I think it looks alright like that. I can change it anytime I want, but I'm just gonna leave it like that. It'd be nice if that was chrome, but that's okay. That looks okay like that. We'll put it on, try it out. Now let me get my camera stand. If I push that right now, that'll start. I'm gonna make sure that doesn't push in and make contact right now. Pretty small bolt, I don't want to strip them. Hope this bike's in neutral. go. I think that's it for now. I made a spacer, huh? I made a spacer out of a rubber gasket. Working for now. I had to make a gasket in here for that thick rubber gasket to pull this out a little bit because it was pushing the Bendix out too far when it fired up and ran, and it would be still spinning. So the starter motor wasn't running, the gear would be out and not come back all the way. It would still be catching and spinning. You could hear it whining. So I just had to build this up a little bit and pull it out. Yeah, so I glued that piece on the inside of the original one. If I glued it on the outside, it would have been perfect. But by putting it on the inside, it just pushed it in that much more tension on that spring in there. So it was another issue. Thought I'd better point that out in case somebody else has to do this someday. But good enough for now. It does work. And I'm having problems with the starter button up here still. So, I think it's right at that relay. It's that ground wire going. It's the ground wire attaching to the relay. It's not a good connection. It's corroded or something. I don't know. I might cut it off and put a new connector on there. Maybe that's what I got to do. Okay, that's it.